Sure. Crack that out.
Here they come. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, look at all the bubbles. Can you whistle? Oh,
No.
Don't listen. No. Quiet. Be professional. After. Rick doesn't like this. I don't.
Grab the dog and say the word. That word that makes him go off is a whistle.
Whistle. Big dog.
No, it's not, and I have heels on.
very good.
Good job, Olga.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, dearest friends and family, for coming and sharing this special moment with all of us. Brian and Tanya, in their love for each other, now choose to celebrate their relationship by becoming husband and wife. Some of us here perhaps never thought we would see this day, including one or both of the people directly in front of me. It's amazing that during these strange times of global pandemic, political turmoil, widespread civic unrest, and Tom Brady in a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey, we can still be surprised by something. But luckily, this is a great thing. Of course, any disbelief we feel is not with malice. It's not unwelcome. It's born from love and understanding that you two are strong, independent people who would never settle for anything that didn't make you happy. Brian and Tanya, look around you. These people, all of us here, are here for one reason. You. Take a look. And even Luke is here. Whether family or friend, and I can promise the line between the two for you both is undefined for many of us, have assembled today filled with love and excitement for you both. We highlighted this date on our calendars, made plans to make it here right now for you. Coronavirus be damned. Now, out of obligation, not out of obligation, not for the open bar, well, maybe for the open bar, but because we wanted to witness the people that we love, who have enriched our lives in ways impossible to express, be deservedly honored and rewarded by gaining a partner worthy and able to provide each of you with a lifetime of happiness and support. Of course, not all of those who want to be here could be with us today. For those loved ones who have passed, know that our thoughts are with you today, and though your presence is missed, our love for you and your love for Brian and Tanya are alive in this yard today. In particular, Tanya and Brian want to take a moment to honor the memory of Tanya's father, Dietmar, and Brian's grandmother, Kay. While they can't be with us today in body, I am certain they are here in spirit, and their love and blessings overlight this ceremony and this marriage. Though I never knew you, Dietmar, I can assure you that Brian is a great man, and as great a man as any father could hope for to partner with his daughter and to build a life. In him, she will be respected, protected, supported, and loved. She's made a great choice, and to Kay, it's my understanding that you bear great responsibility for shaping Brian to become this great partner for Tanya. Your love, patience, and well-deserved dope slaps help to make Brian deserving of this funny, smart, and beautiful bride, Tanya, standing by his side on this fantastic day. my name's Brendan. This is my house. Welcome. I've been friends with Brian for nearly 20 years. And compared to many of Brian's friends that are here, that makes me one of his newer ones. Why? Well, it's not that he hasn't made friends since we met. It's more that he still is friends with so many he knew before. When asked to describe Brian, I know what most of us would say. Most of those words are not appropriate for this wedding. But one word that would be on top of everyone's list, I think we can all agree. And when I asked Tanya, why Brian? Which is a question she's certainly been asked more than once recently, just ahead of Are You Sure? She stated the same word first, loyalty. Brian is a loyal friend. He's as loyal of a friend as you could ever ask for. In under 2 years, Tanya has learned this, but believes it is one that will in under 2 years, Tanya has not just learned this, but also knows that this loyalty is one that will continue in perpetuity. And this is true. The fact that first, you've earned that loyalty, and second, you recognize it and believe most of it. I'm so sorry.
It's not easy to do. I know, it's a tough job.
Never say
It's all my fault.
Never say that on your wedding.
The fact that first, you earn that loyalty from Brian, and second, that you recognize it as something you can count on for years and decades to come, is as much of a reason I, and most of us here, believe that and understand your choice of Brian as a husband. He may not always be friendly, or thoughtful, or nice, or flexible, or understanding, or appropriate, or handsome, or have the best personal hygiene habits. Is that enough, Brian? But he will always be loyal to you. With his loyalty comes his respect, love, and dedication. And for you, I've witnessed him display more of those virtues for anyone else in his life than I have ever. When I asked Brian, why Tanya, he got very emotional, teared up, spoke poetically about the depth and breadth of his love for his wife-to-be. No one seems to believe that one. All right, he actually told me we haven't killed each other during quarantine. Followed by, just make something nice up. I thought if I made something nice up, you all would know that was fake, and obviously I was right. But he did later offer that she gets me, and I don't have to pretend to be someone else when I'm around her. Those of you who know Brian know that this statement is as mushy and lovey-dovey as a statement you can get out of the man. But also it means the world. He obviously knows Tanya's beautiful, right, Brian?
Oh.
Say it.
I heard it. I heard him say yep.
And he respects her intelligence, personality, and sense of humor, or this would not work. Brian has little patience for people who he finds dumb or boring. Tanya, you make him feel comfortable to be himself. Is there a greater measurement of trust than that? For Brian, I don't think so. Tanya, you make Brian, abrasive, persnickety, short-tempered at times Brian, feel safe, understood, and loved. And that's not an easy feat. The foundation of this marriage is loyalty, trust, and respect. The pillars of attraction, humor, fun, and honesty is my belief, is my honor to marry you today, and that I will be marrying a couple that will create a marriage that is built to last. With that said, I'd like to speak of marriage. I'm certainly no expert, though I've had 10 wonderful years of marriage to my wife Lauren, working the music back there. But this is something this I'm going to share with you is one shared with me, and I believe it to be very true.
Yeah, he's crying. He's totally crying. He's crying, I saw it.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. The little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry most of the time. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. is standing together facing the world. It's forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo, thank goodness for that one,
Thank goodness.
nor the wife to have wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. With that, I ask both of you to make vows of your commitments. AJ, can I have the rings, please?
First.
Brian, you're going to go first.
Did not freak out. Good job, Avery.
I'm going to ask you many. I'm going to say many questions. You just said I do that. Brian, from this day forward, you promise to Tanya to laugh in times of joy and comfort her in times of sorrow, to share with her your dreams and support her as she strives to achieve her own goals, to listen to her with compassion, understanding, and encouragement, to help Tanya when she needs it and step aside when she does not, and to remain faithful to her for better or worse in times of sickness and in health.
I do.
Tanya, from this day forward, do you promise to Brian to share in times of joy and comfort him in times of sorrow, to share with him your dreams and support him as he strives to achieve his own goals, to listen to him with compassion, understanding, and encouragement, to help Brian when he needs it and step aside when he does not, and to remain faithful to him for better or worse in times of sickness and in health?
I do.
Brian, place this on the finger and repeat after me. You are my partner, and I will love and respect you always.
You're my partner. I love and respect you always.
Repeat after me. You are my partner, and I will love and respect you
I
always.
will love and respect you always.
By the power vested in me for one day, it is my pleasure to announce you as husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride.
Yay!
Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Tanya Madden.
Yay! Woohoo! We did it! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Alright, Drew. Do we do that? I don't know. What do we do now? Do we go up?
Nope.
Are we done?
You're the only single person that's important.
Now you're married.
Yay!